The River Rapids log flume ride at Adventureland, why, it's been a delightful fixture of summertime entertainments since 1974, when the park first opened. And while it's been a park patron favorite consistently, it will make its last splashdown on Labor Day. Due to its age, parts are hard to locate. The attraction cannot be fixed or moved.
My dearest Martha, I didn't realize how much of a mother this summer was going to hurt like until I visited Adventureland Park in Altoona and found that the River Rapids log flume ride is to be retired on Labor Day forthwith. And so it was with sentimental excitement that I recollected the first time I rode it. Try to imagine harp music in your head if you can. Martha, it was like a storybook come to life. It rose from behind a covered hut that hides the oft-long line from passers-by. I could not tell how many had got into or out of those freewheeling logs. All I could see was the Matterhorn-like peak that riders threw themselves over into a blinding splash of water. Clambering into that log, Martha, I was absolutely terrified of the thing. Didn't know what to expect. So I sat in the back. We went over that first little hill, and I thought, well, this isn't too bad. And then we started climbing up that big drop, and there was no turning back. Delighted squeals were to be heard at the soaking our clothes received upon splashdown. And then it was off to the silly silo, the centrifuge dryer, the log flume's washing machine. I'm just sorry you won't have been able to experience the ride with me. Perhaps we can recreate it by driving your grandfather's Hudson Commodore into the lily pond at 60 miles an hour. And now I must close, Martha. I'm off to get something called Dippin' Dots. It's a frozen dessert treat from the future. Until then, TTFN, like me on Facebook. John William Hardy, Armstrong's Men's Department.
Oh, John, news of your reminiscences of riding the soon-to-close for lack of spare parts log flume reached me on a hot, joyless day. And it was just what the doctor ordered, too, for I felt, through your colorful description, that I myself was throwing my hands in the air and yelling, "Whee! Whee!" as the log came crashing down the flume. In fact, prior to rereading it, I went ahead and grabbed my antique atomizer with the gold bulb and tassel, which is so elegant, and I filled it with cool water from the brook so as to spritz myself to make the story come to life even more so. And while the water smelled most foul, it did add much to the illusion. Oh, John, picturing you riding logs so near the state's capital, eating ice creams of the future, it inspirits me so. And while I would love to share in some of those excitements, I'm afraid I'd never have the nerve. Until your return, I remain Martha Bellamy Killian.
Dear Larry, I dropped a log in the brook. There was a woman downstream filling a real elegant-looking spritzer, but I don't think she saw me. Heh heh heh. Walter Dudley Scott.
Log flumes, colloquially known as log rides, are dying in parks all over the country, not just Adventureland, but on a hot summer day, it's hard to escape the bright smiles walking down the log ride's exit ramp. Friends giggle as they determine who got the wettest and belly laugh looking at their candid photo faces caught at the moment they descended the ride's biggest drop. The log ride sits smack in the middle of the Altoona Park, like a heart. The beating excitement of games, fried, gooey foods, and roller coasters. Perhaps it's the simplicity in these old rides that people really like. There's also a certain intimacy about those rides. Sitting in line like that, it forces a warm embrace when you're cold and wet. What? Got a little too weird. Did I make it too weird?